Hey, what's going on, Libra? It's Robin here with Aries Fire Tarot. Hope you guys are doing great. Welcome to my channel. I'm just preparing to do a January 2021 Wealth and Abundance Tarot card reading for you guys. And I will be using this new deck to do this reading for you. It's called Tarot of Dreams. It's absolutely amazing. And I'm really interested to see what the spirit guides on this tarot card deck have to say for you for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, and of course any Libra cross watchers. Keep in mind this is a general reading, and I do hope that you get something from it and that it resonates. So with all that being said, Libra, I'm just going to do a deck clear and then a deck cut, and then we'll start doing your reading. I like to keep the intro short for you guys so I don't bore you rigid before the reading comes in. I'm seeming to get a really specific message from one of you. It's like somebody's saying that sometimes the readings take too long. Well, I mean, what can I say about that? I mean, they're going to take however long they take, and sometimes it does take a while for the pace to warm up and for the messages to come in very quickly. So anyway, Libra, let's go here. So we've got the 8 of Coins. So this is a very interesting, I got the word steamship for some reason. I don't think there's a whole lot of steamships left. I'm getting things like your ancestors could have come to wherever you reside in a steamship. They could have been transported there. There's something that they wanted to accomplish. They had some sort of dream about wealth. It could be a trade that they were into. They could have started writing a book. There's something, I'm seeing 2 or 3 generations back that you guys could really leverage for yourself right now. Some sort of wisdom. Okay, so here's a couple things that I'm getting. Somebody could have been your like grandmother. I'm seeing like great or great grandparents wrote a journal or a book, or they started a business. There's some sort of key element in there for you guys to learn about, some sort of probably a secret message or some sort of path to success, or a favorite book that they had that you could leverage right now. That was the 8 of Coins, by the way. And this is like learning about something to give yourself more advancement. But it's tied 2 or 3 generations back is what I'm seeing here. And they could have been, I'm seeing for some that there was a patent underway and then they gave up for some reason. There's something, like if you have a storage locker or, you know, a box of things, or there's things in the attic, things that were just forgotten about that could be possibly dusted off. There's some sort of, and I'm getting the word anchorage. It could have, they could have been working on this when they were doing their crossing to wherever they were going, where you guys ended up, you know, where you live right now. This is really interesting to me. I'm going to pull a card over top of that. You have the Queen of Wands here. So I'm seeing that somebody was very ahead of their time. You know, they like to really stand out and be in front. And you might not really know a whole lot about these people that were your ancestors because they're probably not around for you to talk to anymore. But they were quite a defender of the realm. Got the Queen of Wands here. Very powerful energy. She's really like a go-getter, like a non-stop energy. Somebody could have been dissuaded or disconnected from their path. Or again, and I'm seeing possibly the onset of having a family taking priority, or just a matter of exhaustion. The crossing could have been very, very difficult, but You know, ask somebody in your family, like, is there someplace, like, is there, you know, something that is sealed, like that storage locker, or, you know, I'm actually getting a visual, you know, those old steamship trunks. Is there one of those? Like, is somebody using it for a coffee table and you've been resting your feet on it for all these years, but meanwhile there's a hidden gem inside of it? It's pretty interesting. You've got the Two of Swords here. Okay, so I'm getting that doubt come in where you guys might possibly think, well, I mean, this is just a tarot card reading, so how much could, you know, what value is that? How valid? You know, and you might be, well, I don't want to ask anybody questions, especially if there was a difficult and challenging end of life for this ancestor, or maybe there's some sort of contention about who owns what. You might want to proceed with it, but then be held back because you're shy or embarrassed or don't want to bring up a bad memory for somebody. So this Two of Swords is like caught between, you know, should I open that door or should I just stay here where I am? But what if the, you know, what if all the jewels were on the other side of the door? You know, what if you could be guaranteed that? But your inactivity just guarantees nothing. So you're being very compelled to make a decision on what you want to do next with that Two of Swords. And it could be uncomfortable. It could feel strange for you to bring up, hey, remember that great grandparent that I never met? Is there anything that I could look through? You know, a photo album, a journal, a diary, a suitcase. There's something there. There is something there. And it's going to spark you. And this is probably going to be, your ancestor could be Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, because we've got the Queen of Wands here. But, I mean, your fortune is tied into that somehow. You know, and you've got this money coming out of this. This is like almost like an espresso machine, but it's espressing money. So something very valuable. There also could be an artifact there. Like something made of gold. And like I said before, jewels. There could be something there that was hidden for somebody to find, but it could be that the direct next generation, maybe they didn't want to look through it. They thought it was disrespectful to those that have passed on, or they were just too hurt, or, you know, they just didn't have time. But something has been forgotten, or overlooked, or just ignored, just because, you know, of something. Something got in the way of that, and now it's coming to light for you. And that's the divine and perfect timing of that soul contract that your ancestors had. But don't let your own indecision about making somebody uncomfortable or making you look how you might think that, well, that's just going to make me look like a fool. But the least that is going to happen is that you'll find out a little bit more about your ancestor. But I'm really seeing something of value to you in this current moment. And you guys could even find that drawing for a patent or a patent ID. And maybe it was just let go. And maybe you could really start doing something. So I'm going to pull a couple more cards here for you, Libra. I'm freezing. Okay, so this is very interesting. I've got the Seven of Cups here, so opening up this trunk or locker or diary, it's going to open up all these options here. And they're quite fabulous. They're stunning. They're just, again, dripping with gold and jewelry. There's something of massive importance. And it's sort of hiding behind this inactivity where you maybe don't want to disturb or ruffle feathers, but there has to be some sort of intention here to discover that. And then you got the Six of Wands, and this just talks about being incredibly successful, about going through this journey and finding the options. And maybe it will feel really uncomfortable to look through great-grandparents' clothing or reading their book, and it could feel like, you're invading their privacy, and it could feel really like, I don't want to do this, but you're getting this message now because they want somebody to benefit from their hard work, you know, from their patent pending or from their brilliant idea. They want you to find that hidden treasure. They want you to be able to start your own printing press of money. You know, they want you to benefit from what they toiled through on that passage to wherever it is that you're living right now. You know, they want their dream to come true, and they want it to come true through you, you know? And this is you like, yeah, I really did that. And that will enable your ancestors to share that feeling from beyond the veil. Like, look, you know, here is that specter of your ancestor here in that beam of light. And they've probably been trying to communicate with you. You might even be having some strange dreams about what is going on. But you could be fighting them back with the Seven of Wands. You know, so very interesting reading here for you guys. So start asking some questions. You don't have to be subtle. This is your ancestors' advice coming to you on how you can really profit from their hard work. And they want you to do it. You that's sitting here watching this reading right now. They have divined this message through my spirit guides and this amazing tarot card deck so that you can be the winner. Whew. Okay, I'm going to wrap her up here, Libra. Take care. Bye.